in Detroit, Michigan. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Luther Burden now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. Throwing deep right away. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 6-0 lead right away. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
Kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Let's go. Ready.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. He's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's good. For the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Hands around him, he's got space. Free inside the 30. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Burden now to return it. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. No, we just don't see kick returns as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play. They just did.
Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you got trying to kill a lot.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the Elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
That one splits the uprights. And Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That was Tyreek Williams in on the play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It'll lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To throw, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Still working past the 40. Down the sideline to the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Give him 37 on the play. And it'll be first down Bears. We've set it down from 37.
A gain of 37 yards. First down.
Williams to throw on first. Brought in right side by Moore. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be first down Chicago.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion.
Oh, Kirby Joseph gets him. It's an interception. And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Hits his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and short, Daniels. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Gain 11 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Daniels on first down. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Devon Dexter escorted him to the ground.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Hey. Ready, ready.
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. 37 yards in the right hash. Myers' kick is good, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what we're looking for on the call sheet.
Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. From the gun to Suggs. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
27 yards. And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Williams on 1st down. Sends this to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
He went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. He's loaded another one up. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to just loose, incomplete. Trying to get it into Colston Loveland. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Throwing now, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Looking for a pass on second and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Third down run by Gibbs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
And the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Our score, 17-7. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Play fake here. Daniels. Dump off, caught by his back. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of the gain of 8. Third down.
It's a gain of 8.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. I try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. It's a gain of 4 there. Lions have a first down.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. Still has some space inside the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Got that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the stick.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. And the Bears take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw balls deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Swift on second down. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves and sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down throw by Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Working from the gun, Williams. He's got more once again. And he stopped cold at the spot. Oh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First down, Williams. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Here's Williams again. Finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, Williams to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears parlay the interception into points.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? So I got single eye or two high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays could follow.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
32-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Screen here for Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And we'll pause now. Looks like we had an injury on the play. Working to identify who it was. And yeah, it's Jahmyr Gibbs who's getting looked at by the trainers. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. They've got first down here from the 36.
Come on. Ready.
Now Daniels off to play action. Good call now, and the ball is out. But it looked like the Lions were able to fall on it, so possession stays with them. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble fumble they just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know, man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions leading here at Ford Field. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Now it's Montez Sweat who took him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
I see through your act and I still...
Bears in the nickel, 3rd down.
Let's go. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taken in by Williams outright. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and the quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got it. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Williams to throw on 1st. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
30-yard line.
Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Dude, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around?
One last play before the break. He'll throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They tipped him down. So that's how our 1st half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
When I wake up, people
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Daniels setting up the play action. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And in a blink, they are out to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Lions have a first down.
First and 10.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Come on, set! Like 70 Lions!
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on.
He's taking it out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Ross by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Let's go now.
Daniels now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. Down to the 10. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at it. Selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
Ready.
From the red zone on first. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdoal.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule. Makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Williams from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Williams. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Bears first down.
Williams on first down. He beams one deep right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Williams. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
3rd down, here's Williams. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Mustang 19. Let go.
Drive begins with Gibbs. Here he goes again. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
What an injection and momentum for the offense in that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready, go.
Going back, it's the handoff. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Now backed up to the 8, 3rd and goal.
Down. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Looking quickly here.
5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
Looking from the gun, Williams. And this one is launched downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. Not throw to the outside. That gets the job done.
The stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. They're just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. Reaches the 40. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Play action now. Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On the go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Get it. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, it's a great chance to win. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. This is a heater going deep. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. And air it out on 3rd. He's looking deep once again. So he's knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll go for it, Williams. And they pick him off again. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. I said it out loud?
No, that was out loud. Yeah. And he stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got it at the 5. And first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you.
And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Jack Fox speaking on for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here he goes, third and long. Brought in right side by Moore. He's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the first down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Third and 10 was already tough, Brock, but the challenge doubles here. Third and 20 now after the holding call. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our third quarter. Nothing comes from it as we hit the break. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the fourth at a massive deficit. Punt team on the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Has some daylight through the 40. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
At their own 42-yard line.
Cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Lions have a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
19.
Another carry for him. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball out of the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready?
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Back to the well again. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fox now to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. It's a nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10.
What is up?
Now here's Williams. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, William. It gets 2nd down.
As soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
What is going on?
Williams set to pass. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And they pick him up again. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Here, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Set up.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Hey. Cowboy 80. Set up.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's rocked. That ball's free. And the Bears have it. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Running it after the penalty.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bears is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Vaki running behind center. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the jump. Come on. Come on. Set. Viking 18. Ready.
Staying on the ground with Vaki. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions on their way to their 3rd win of the year.
Like my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these balls while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage and you backpack filled with a new disease.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just looking for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Ready.
This one left for Daniels. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
70. Hawk 70.
One set up for Daniels.
This is out. So wait it down.
get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, and dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last long. What happened to time in the diaries? The help for the weak, but the strong. Let it get boy for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the that my homies got to do it. That they say with a word. Bring out the and the be the Lord of the place with a God. I see the bums that we wish we had in the ditch of the fan and see them at her.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions.